Hello friends, welcome back. So in this session we will start Mockito 4.2.0. So in the last sessions we have already seen JUnit 4 and JUnit 5 unit testing API in Java. So to write the JUnit test case, sometime we need to initialize the dependency of a testing class. Suppose in the last session we have created one math.utl or data repository or string util classes. So that classes has no other dependency. So we can test those classes or the methods whatever is present into that classes, we can test very easily using JUnit 4 or 5. But what if some other dependencies are available or some other dependencies are there for that classes? So what we need to do, we need to initialize those dependency, and that dependency sometime it is not possible to initialize. Why? Because maybe that dependency is making some connection to some resources and that resources is not available. In that case you cannot test. Suppose if you take the example of data repository, so in data repository you consider one dependency is there that is making one connection to the MySQL database using JDBC or Hibernate or any other JPA implementation tool. So in that case, if your MySQL data server is not up, it's a down or it is not reachable, in that case your dependency will be failed to initialize. So but you have to write your test cases, you don't want to stop your other works because of the dependency. So to remove those issues you can use Mockito. You can create one dummy object of any type and that object you can treat as the dependency, and that will work very smoothly if your testing class has some other dependency. So this is the Mockito. Mockito is a Java based library used with Java unit testing API. Mockito is used to mock the object so that a dummy functionality can be added to mock object that can be used in unit testing. It can also be used with other framework such as JUnit or TestNG. TestNG is also one API that can be used for doing the unit testing, same as JUnit 4 or JUnit 5. TestNG is also one API that is similar to JUnit 4 and JUnit 5s, but just they have given another API and that is given by some other developer. Okay, Mockito is a process of developing the objects that act as a mock or clone of real object. It will not be, suppose if you take the example of data repository, the data repository has a one dependency that is making the connection to MySQL server using JDBC. You consider like JDBC only. So in that case your JDBC server should be up. If your JDBC server is not up, then your dependency will be failed to initialize. In that case your data repository object will not be created. So what you have to do, can you do testing in that case? Obviously you cannot do. So in that case your connection will not be created and your object will be uninitialized. So what is the other way that you can do your testing? So you have to mock the object, and mock is nothing but it is similar like an object only, but that is just clone, and functionality of that object also you have to define. It's not like that you just have to create, you have to define the functionality. Each is functionality. When you are calling this this method, then what should be return type, what should be the value, so all you have to specify. So mocking is a process of developing the object that act as mock or clone of real object. It is looking like, but it's not that real object. Mockito is used to mock the dependency object of the object. Mocking is used in unit testing when the code being tested has an external dependency. Okay, so this is the introduction of Mockito. Mockito has the following concept. One is stub, spice and mocks. What is stub? Stub is nothing but is an object that has predefined return value. That is a stub. Suppose I have created one dependency, suppose data repository. For data repository, MySQL connection is a one dependency. So that dependency I have defined as a mock. So in that case, when I execute connection dot create statement, then what it should return? It should return a statement object. So that is nothing but this stub. I have to define the behavior of a dependency method. I have to define the behavior of object or object of dependency. Oh, sorry, a dependency object also. It is nothing but an object only, whether that can be available into the testing class or the targeted testing class, or it is a simple object. Just you have to define the functionality or predefined return value to method execution made during the test. Spice, these objects that are similar to stubs only, but they additionally record how they were executed. Mock is nothing but that is an also object having a return value that method execution made during the test and has recorded exceptions of these execution. Mock can throw an exception if they receive a call they don't expect and are checked during verification to ensure they got all the calls were expecting. Okay, so that is a mock. So we will see these examples through the examples also. So before to that one, we have to set up the Mockito first. To do the Mockito setup, what we need these 4 jar or libraries into our class path and to our project class path, and along with this one any testing API like JUnit, TestNG, JUnit 4 or 5, or Spring is also giving its own testing API. You can use Spring testing API also, that is up to your choice only. Whatever the testing API you want to use, means unit testing API you want to use, you can use that also. You need along with this Mockito related jar or Mockito related libraries also you have to add into your project first. Mockito core, this is the version of Mockito and this Mockito has the dependency on these 3 libraries: ByteBuddy 1.12.6, ByteBuddy agent and ObgenSys 32.3.2 jar. So these 2 jars you need to add, and these jars you can get download from this Maven repository. I will post these libraries into description of this. Okay, so you can take from there and you can download this one. Okay, so after downloading and after adding into your project class path, we can get started with Mockito. So I will show you the project structure and I will show you, because I have already added that into my project class path, same as how we have added for JUnit 4, JUnit 5, how we can add the libraries. In the same way you have to add. We have already seen how we can add in the JDBC session or JUnit 4, JUnit 5. We have already seen how we can add the other or external jars or dependency into your class path. We have already seen. In the same way you have to add. Okay, so here if you see, So here if you see, we have already added those into our project class path. I will show you. So here we have added JUnit 5 dependency or libraries. Along with that, we have added these four: Mockito, OBJ, Buddy, ByteBuddy, and ByteBuddy agent. So we have already added those. Okay, so now we will get started with the Mockito, and we will see first these four annotations into the examples. Okay, so first one is @mock and @spy. We will see, because that are same only. We can use either @mock or @spy. So @mock and spy can be used to create the mock of object. The mock can be created with the help of annotation or with the static method of Mockito class, same as this one. Mockito.mock, you have to give your class here. For which class you want to create mock, you have to give that class, and it will return an object of that type only. But now this object will be treated as mock object. You have to specify the functionality for that one, as we have already seen here. Mockito is used to mock the object so the dummy functionality can be added. So whenever you will create the object using @mock or Mockito.mock method, it's up to your choice, however you want, and this will return an Mockito object, mock object of this type, whatever the type you will specify, and that object will be treated as a mock object, and you have to specify the functionality for it. Okay, and if you want to use spy, then you can use spy. In this case of spy, you can give here object also. So this is the major difference between mock and spy, because if you use spy, then you can create the spy or mock for the existing object, and that will be treated as an partially mock object. Half it will be work as an object, half it will be work as an mock. But in case of mock, complete object is treated as a mock. It is not like a partial object and partial mock. Okay, spy you can create from the class also. Okay, that is up to your choice. If you have already one object, then you can create in this way, or if you don't have an object but still you want to create spy, then you can create from the class, simple. Okay, and here are the difference between mock and spy. So mock annotation to mock the new object, spy annotation to spy on an existing object also. Mock is used to create fully mock or dummy object, but spy is used to create partial or half mock object. Mock, that is fully mock or dummy object, but spy is half and partially mock object, means half it will work like as an object and half it will work as an mock. We will see through the example, you will clearly understand but what does it mean of to say this one. Okay, the default behavior of method when not stubbed means, what is the meaning of stub is an object that has predefined return value to method execution made during the test. So what is the default behavior when not stubbed of the method? Do nothing, perform nothing. But in case of spy, the default behavior of method is the behavior of whatever is the real method behavior when not stubbed. we will see through the example. Okay, so let's see the example first. So here if you see, this is our mock annotation demo. Inside this mock annotation you can demo, you can see we have created one logger, simply because we don't want to use SOP statement like system.out.print or system.error.print. That is not considered as a good practice. You should not do that one. So to avoid those we are going to use logger simply. Okay, and here if you see, we have created the mock for this list. Now what does it mean? What does it mean? This is a mock. This is not the simple object whatever we are created using new keyword or something like that. For this mock list, this list is nothing but list of a string only. For this list you have to specify the behavior, and this is the way how you can mock. Simply you can create the list, create the mock using @mock annotation, and this mock annotation is nothing but it's available under org.mockito.mock package. Under this Mockito, all the classes, libraries, classes will be present of your Mockito under this org.mockito package only. Okay, so here mock is there, here you can see Mockito is there, and Mockito annotation is also there. What is the meaning of this Mockito annotation? Because you have to set up this mock, you have to set up. How will you set up? That is very easy. Inside your before each method, you have to initialize your mock, or you have to open your mock. Before it was init mock. Now they have changed the method name because that is deprecated, because in the new APIs it is coming, and they are giving the performance wise, they are giving the different implementation. Okay, whatever is good in term of performance. So you have to open the mock. Which mock? This means that is representing to this class object only. So that for that class object, please create the mock whatever is marked with @mock or @spy annotation. You can use spy also. We will see that is in the another example. So here open mocks, this annotation dot open mock, and we are passing this object here, current object, and for this current object whatever the mock is defined, the mock will be created, because currently it is just marking annotation. You have to create the mock. So mock, who will create? Your Mockito will create the mock. So Mockito will create on basis of annotation. So that's why Mockito annotations dot open mock, just simply using this statement. So mock will be created. Very simple. Okay, now this is after each, means after executing the each method, I'm just clearing the mock dot list. I'm clearing. Why I'm clearing? Because I have to clear that existing variables, and I have to reuse that one. Anyhow it is initializing newly, but just still I want to clear that one. That's it. Okay, so this is before each and after each. Now here if you see, this is our method. This is our method, and inside this method that here we are also creating one mock. So currently what I'm doing, I'm just commenting this mock, because this one we can create through, I'm commenting this one. Here we are creating mock through Mockito in this way. We can create the mock. You can see here mock and spy can be used to create the mock of object. The mock can be created with the help of annotation or with static method of Mockito class. Like @mock. So we will see this later. First we will see through the annotation only. Okay, so that's why just I have commented that one. So now you can see here. So we have created this, we have marked this mock list with mock annotation, and that mock we have created here inside this setup, and here we have specified here we have added into that mock list some elements: namaste, hello and hi. We have added these three. and here just I am verifying whether I have added hello. Yes, obviously I have added hello. Just you can verify. You can verify. It is not compulsory that you have to either verify or you don't have to verify. If you don't verify, no issue. But still, if you want to verify, you can verify. If it is added, then it will this condition will be passed. Otherwise, this condition will fail itself. If it is added or not added. So that is up to your choice. Verify that particular operation is invoked on the mock or not. Yeah, this operation is invoked. Add with hello. Yeah, add with hello is invoked. Okay, add with hello, add with hi, add with namaste. You can verify for 2 3 also, no issue. But it's not compulsory. Okay, and here if you see. Okay, and here if you see mockito.when, this is nothing but stubs only. You can see here the definition of stub. Stub is an object that has predefined return value when method executes made during the test. This is stub. So now here we are defining the stub for stub for mock object. Which mock object? This mock list. This is our mock object. This is our mock object. For this mock object, we are specifying stub here. What is the stub? Suppose mockito.when I call this method, this dot mockito list dot get 0. When I call this method, then you have to return, then mockito object has to return this value. What is the meaning of this statement? When we call get 0, when we call mockito list dot get 0, this call, in that case mockito object has to return this string value. But generally if you see, what is the value at 0 index of mock list? Namaste. This is the value. But what I am specifying here, when mockito list dot get 0 method is called, then just return this value, not namaste, because in 0 index namaste is there, but still I am returning this one only. And simply, so here I am just specifying this stub only. You do this accordingly. According to this stub, your mockito object has to perform the operation. Simple. And here if you see this dot mockito list dot get 0, so what will come in this str? In this str, whether namaste will come or this Ram Nivas, this value will come. Which one will come? Obviously this Ram Nivas, or you can specify here ABC. Then inside this string ABC will come, or whatever the name you will specify, that value will come. But currently if you see, generally get 0, the value is namaste, but it will return ABC. And here I am applying one assertion. And that assertion, what I am checking, this assertion should be, before it was this one, so now it should be ABC. In that case, this assertion only will pass. Otherwise this assertion will fail, then this test case will not be passed. So this time this test case will be passed, this assertion will be passed. Okay, suppose if I run this one, you will see how it is working. Yes, so this test case is passed, no failure. One test case is run, no error, no failure, it's passed. So how it is it's happening? Suppose here if I don't give this mock, if I don't give this mock, then what will be the value of str? What will be the value of str? Because I have not given any stub for this mock object, I have not given any stub. Then what will be the value of this this str? Because this dot mock list dot get of 0, what will be the value of str? Whether this assertion will be passed or failed, let's see what happen now. It will fail. Yes, it is failing. Why it is failing? What should be the value? Do you think the value of str will be namaste? Because at zero index of this list, namaste is there. So do you think that will be namaste? No, this is not namaste. That is a null. Why it is a null? Why it is a null? See, here if you see, what is the failure reason? What is the reason of failure? Assertion failed, error, expected ABC. It is expecting ABC, but it was null. It was null. But generally it should be namaste, because we are applying this dot mockito list dot get of 0. So get of 0, in place of 0 namaste is there. Namaste is there, and we have already verified this also. You can verify for the multiple. First should be the namaste, then should be the hello, then should be the hi. So we have verified those also. It is added, but still I am getting namaste. Sorry, a null. Why? See, now this verification is fine. If I give here hi to, in that case this verification will be failed. This verification will be failed. You can see here. Now it is something different. Argument are different. Wanted hi to, but it was namaste, hello and hi. You can see here. This is the meaning of verification. You are doing extra verification on mock, you can do that one. It is saying argument are different. It wanted to add into mockito list hi to, but it is not there. Instead of that one, namaste, hello and hi is added. So it is failing. So this is the meaning of verification. You want to verify whether the particular operation is performed on the operation. Verification means verify the particular operation is invoked or performed. performed on mock object, simple. So this is fine. Now this time this verification will be successful, because namaste, hello and hi is this add with namaste, add hello and add hi. Add namaste, add hello, add hi is performed on this mock list. So I am just verifying whether this is added, yeah, whether this is performed, yeah, whether this is performed, yes, that is performed. So that's why this verification will be clear. It is clear only, so no issue here. But here you are getting the issue. Why? When I am calling mockito dot get list get at 0 index, mockito list dot get at 0th index, it should give namaste, because in the 0 index namaste is there. This is the general behavior of any list into your Java. This is the general behavior, but still it is giving null. Why? Still it is giving null. Why? Yes, see here it is saying clearly assertion failed, error, expected ABC but was null. So what is the reason behind that one? So the reason is the default behavior. You can see the difference here. This is the difference between mock and spy. So the default behavior of a method, when not stubbed. Currently we have not stubbed. I am commented this stub I have commented. I have commented this step. So here it is saying the default behavior of method when not stopped is do nothing. Do nothing is nothing but a stub only, similar to this one, Mockito dot do nothing when this is called simple. Do nothing when this is called. If you are saying do nothing, then what will be the return type for the method? Because you are saying please do nothing when this method is executed. Do nothing in the sense, definitely this method has a return type, but you are telling to Mockito object, do nothing when someone is calling this method. Do nothing. So in that case, what will be the return type if someone is called? The default type will be the default value. The default type. So the default value, what will be the default value? The default value will be the default value of the corresponding type. Suppose if it is a primitive, then corresponding primitive default value will be there. So for primitive, if it is an integer, then what will be the default value? 0. If it is a boolean, then what will be the default value? False. If it is any reference type, if it is any reference means string, number, or any custom type like student, person, address, anything, so the default value of this will be null. Whatever that return type is there, for that return type the default value will be considered if the mock is do nothing. Simple, very simple. So this one and this one is same only. Now also it will give the null. Now you can understand the difference here. Now this time also this will be null. What happened? Okay, so you have to give here target. After target you have to give, but this you can give only if the return type is null. If the return type is null. So currently we know this return type for this get is not null. Return type is not null. So it will give you the another exception, Mockito exception. Only void method can do nothing. Okay, so this is the default behavior, and instead of that one, what it will be, when it is returning 0, then it should return null. So that will be the default behavior in that case. Okay, so remove this one. So now this is the reason why this str is null. Generally it should be namaste, but why it is a null? Because of this mock behavior. Yes, now it will be give expected ABC but was null. Okay, so this is the use. So that's why I have just specified here mock stub for this list mock. Okay, now this is working very much fine. So this is the meaning of mock. Yes, now this is passed here, you can see it's a past. So this is the meaning of this mock. Mock is used to create a fully mock or dummy object. The default behavior of a mock behavior of a method when not stubbed is do nothing, perform nothing. If it is a do nothing, then the default return type, what is the return? The value of this returning method will be the default type of corresponding return type. Okay, the default value of a corresponding return type only. So like that you can do. So currently this mock we are doing with the help of annotation. This one we can do using what? Using programmatically also. If we are not taking the help of annotation, then we can do that one using static method of Mockito class. Yes, here you can see Now we have commented this code. We are not using any mock annotation to create the mock of object. We are not using annotations. We are not using before each also, because before each we have to use only when we have to use mock annotation to initialize those mock, actually to open that those mock whoever marked with @mock or spy annotation. Currently we are not doing that one, so we don't need this before and after. Here we are creating the mockito, creating the mock of a object. Mock, here we have to give the class only. You can see here mockito dot mock, because we have already seen mockito dot mock. Here you have to specify the class. Simple. You can give the mock name also. We will see why this mock name is required. Okay, so here we have created the mock in this way only. Here you can see mock and spy can be used to create the mock of the object. The mock can be created with the help of annotation or with static method of mockito class as following. Mockito dot mock, we have to give here class name. Simple. So we are following that approach now, and after following that approach we can do whatever the operation we wanted to do. Simple. Mockito dot map, we have created here this mock. Now this mock map is nothing, is not like an normal object. This is a mock object now. So for that one, if we are performing any operation, that we can verify first, or if you are not verifying, no issue, but still if you want to verify, you can verify. It's up to your choice. If you want, you can do. If you don't want, then you can leave this one, no issue. And here I am specifying one stub. Generally, if you see, what will be the value of email? So here you can see we have added, or we have used put method of mock map. This mock is nothing but mock only. Similarly, how we have created using @mock annotation, now we are creating using mockito dot mock static method of the mockito class. Simple. So for this map dot class we have created so this mock, and on top of this mock we are performing some put operation. Put abc, name abc, phone number is this one, email is this one, and now just we are verifying. If you don't verify, no issue. That is just extra assertion, or you can say that extra condition that you wanted to add, you can do that one. Otherwise your test case will fail if you don't add this one. If this condition is not satisfying, your test case will be failed. So here you can verify whether this email and with name helloabc.com is added or not. Yeah, definitely it is added. So this test case will be passed. For all you can do, like for currently we are doing for one only, email, name, abc, correct only, and the last one is phone number. This one is phone number. Simple. So you can verify these all, it will be verified. Simple, no issue. If you want to skip these verification, you can skip, you can comment, that also fine. Okay, and here we have given one stub for get with email. We have written the stub for this one. If someone is calling mockito.get with email, then return abc. But see, it's looking like a magical. Currently email is helloabc@abc.com, helloabc@abc.com, but I am specifying when someone is calling get email, then return abc.xyz.com, and here value will be abc@xyz.com, and this test case will be passed. And I am printing this mockito list. So let's run and see the output whether this test case is failing or passing. Currently this will be passed because this is returning abcd@xyz. Obviously it is passing. And if I am not writing this mock, if I am not writing this stub for this mock, actually sorry, this stub only, I am writing this stub for this mockito, this mock object, then what will be the value of email? Will it be hello@abc.com? Because this is the general behavior. This is the general behavior of a map. When I am calling get with key, key is email, yes, so for key email is there, and for value for this one hello at the rate abc.com. This is the value for that one. So email value should be hello at the rate abc.com, but this will not be the value for email. For value of email will be null, because this is the behavior of mock object. We have already seen here the default behavior of a method when not stopped is do nothing, and the corresponding return type will be return value will be the corresponding return type default value. For string, default value is null. If it is a primitive, for primitive default value, corresponding default value will be the return type. So here email will be null because I am commenting this step, so this test case will not be passed here. Yes, it is saying expected abcd at the rate xyz.com, but it was null. But you can see here for email we have specified the value hello at the rate abc.com. So this is the use of mock object here, mock object, and we can create the mock object in both the way. We can create mock object using mockito.mock method or using at the rate mock annotation. If it is a mock annotation, then definitely mock we have to open using mockito annotation dot open mock, and after that one we want to close, then we can close, and here we can use that mock directly. Very simple, very simple. Okay. So this is the use of mock object, sorry, at the rate mock and mockito dot mock method, and this is the actual use of mock object, how we can create the mock and why we need to create the mock object. Okay, and the next one is spy annotation is to annotation to spy on existing object. How? Let's see the example of that one. So spy annotation, if you see the spy, then we have to create spy object in this way. We can create this you think this is an existing object, no? Here we are creating an existing object. Here inside mock annotation, if you see, inside mock annotation, if you see, we have not created any object of list using new keyword, but here we have created, because this is an existing object, and on top of existing object I want to create a spy. I want to mock that one, so that now this spy list is partially mock object. Why? We will see this one, and here we have to initialize that mock in the same way. Open mock, mockito annotations dot open mocks for this class. Whatever is mock or spy annotation is marked on top of that one, please open those. Simple. Or close, after each you can call, but currently I am not calling this one. If you want to call, you can call. Okay, and here if you see, this we are creating with the help of annotation, and this we are creating with the help of static method of mockito. You can see here static method of mockito class, mockito dot spy, and spy what you can specify here, existing object. That is the definitions we are saying. Spy annotation to spy on existing object. So this is an existing object, list is already existing. I am creating for spy for that one, and you can see here I can specify class also. See, spy you can specify class, so it will create a new object, but that object also will be partially mock object. Half of the operation you can specify, half of whatever the operation you are not specifying, it will do from the object. So that is the meaning of partially mock object. This is called spy here. And if you use mock, if you use at the rate mock only, then definitely you have to specify class. You don't have choice to give here existing object. You don't have that choice, because that is because mock is fully mock object. That is not a partial mock object, but spy is a partial mock object. So that's why you have to give here class only. Inside mock you have to give class only, because Mockito has to create a fully mock object or dummy object. It should not be partial mock object. So that's why you have to specify class only. But in case of spy, you have your choice. You can give class or object, but that object will be partial object always. What is the meaning of partial object? We will see this now. Okay, so you can create using spy annotation, or by using the static method of Mockito class, and you can specify your object. So this spy list 2 is now partial mock object, and here this spy list, this is also a partial mock object. Now what we are doing here, so first I will see this one. I'm just disabling this test case. Okay. So here you can see I am adding these two elements into this spy list. Spy list is, you can see this is a marker with @spy annotation. So this is a partial mock object. So for this one I am adding these two elements. I am verifying. That is fine, no issue. We have added 10 and 20, and we are just verifying whether these two elements are added or not, whether this operation is performed on this mock or not. So definitely spy.add10 is performed. So this verification is successfully. This verification is also successful, because on spy list add with 20, this method is also called. So these two operations is performed, so definitely this verification will be successfully. Okay, next one, what we are checking here, assertion. Assertion means to spy.size, spy list.size. What will be the size of the list? What will be the size of list? If you see here inside Mockito annotation demo, and if I add this assertion, here, so here also I am applying the same thing only. Remove this one. Simple. So here also what I am checking here, mock list dot size. What will be the size of this mock list? Anyhow we have added 3 elements, and that 3 elements operation also we have verified here. So it's a successfully. So now you can see inside mock list 3 elements are there, and here I am applying mock list dot size. So what it should return, and whether this assertion will be failed or passed, you just see. So definitely this will be failed. Why? I will tell you. Yes, which one is failed? Test method 2. Yeah, this is test method 2. Here it is saying assertion failed, error, expected 3 but was 0. How? Because in the list I have added 3, but still it is giving a size as a 0. Why? Because this is the default behavior of a mock. This only. The default behavior of a method when not stubborn is do nothing, perform nothing, and in that case the return type of will be the default value. The return type for this method will be the default value of the corresponding type. So Mockito list dot size, for this one return type is integer, and for integer the default value is 0. So that's why this will be 0. In the same case here, the default this get is returning the value of a string type, and for string default return value is null. For string type default value is null. so that's why this is giving null. In the same way, for integer default value is 0, so it's giving 0 because of the default behavior of a method. When not stubborn is do nothing, in that case the return value will be the default value of corresponding type. So that's why this assertion is failed. If I will specify here mock, then that is fine. When mockito dot get size, then return what, 3. Now this is passed. Because why it is happening? Because this mock list is sorry, this mock list is, yeah, both are passed. So this mock list is fully mock object, but in case of spy this is the same, only the same scenario. You can see here, same scenario. We have added into this spy list 2 elements, 10 and 20, and that we have verified here. After doing this verification, we are directly applying assertion, and we have not written the stub also. So will this test case will failed or passed? Definitely this test case will be passed. I will tell you how. Okay, see, it's a passed. This one we are disabling, this one we have disabled, this one is only, is a passed. Why it is a passed? Because this and this the same only, no, but because of this spy list is not a fully mock object, this is a partial mock object. Partial mock object means the default behavior of the method when not stubbed is the real method behavior. What is the real method behavior for this now? What is the real method? Real method means how many elements are available into that list, it will return that size only. So that is the default behavior, so definitely this will be 2. If you can specify the stub, in that case that will be different. I will specify I have specified that here. See, we have, after that we have specified the stubs here. Mockito dot when spy list dot get size, then return 100. In that case this assertion also will be passed. Yes. So it is a passing. So that is the happen. Save actually. Okay. Yes, it is a passing. It's a passing. If I give here 101, in that case this is passed because it is returning 100, but you are expecting something different, that 101 you are expecting. So it is a failing. Expected 101 but found 100 only, so that's fine, that is fine, because I have written the mock in this way. So I have written the stub for this one. If I am not writing the stub, then default behavior of the method will be there, but in case of mock, default behavior of a do nothing, and the return type for that one will be the default or the default value of corresponding type will be the value of return type. Okay. And in case of spy, the default behavior of a method when not stubbed is the real method behavior. Okay, so this is the difference between mock and spy. Okay, fine. So this is working fine. Next one is I'm disabled this also. I'm closing here. This same only. We are not doing anything new here, just we are creating this spy using mockito.spy only, and after that one just we have added 2 elements, we have verified those, and here we are getting the size. That definitely the size will be 2 only, because this is a partial mock object, because we are using spy here. And here if we can specify the stubs, then this return type will be 100, and in that case this test case will be passed, and that's all. Simple. Just we have created this spy using mockito.spy method only. That's it. What happened? Yeah, so passed. Both are passed. Okay, in this way. Okay, fine. So in this way we can use spy and mock. Okay, in the next session we will see @capita and inject mocks annotation. Okay, so I hope you like this session. Please subscribe my channel and we will see you in the next session. Till that, bye bye and thanks for watching.